Welcome back to Fargo Watch Party. I'm JD Farrell.
And I'm Stephen Merriweather. Fargo Watch Party is brought to you by the Modern Podcast Network. Before we get started, we have some Podcast Network housekeeping to take care of. JD, take it away.
Yeah. So excited to announce the debut of A Modern Woman podcast with Brianna Donnell.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes, premiering. She will be premiering her podcast on Mondays. And A Modern Man podcast will be moving to Wednesdays now.
So we have A Modern Woman coming out every Monday, A Modern Man coming out every Wednesday, and Fargo Watch Parties staying strong on Fridays.
Yeah. So much content for you. You can't get enough of the Modern Network content.
So much content. We also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Apparently, none of our listeners watch our YouTube videos. You should do that.
Yeah. You should see these beautiful faces on the YouTube.
Yeah, I got an HD camera. JD's got something. I'm not sure,
Wow.
but it's great.
But
He's got a parrot.
You can see the parrot. That's the thing. If you see the YouTube channel, you can see the parrot, and the parrot is why you want to watch.
Yeah, it's a great parrot. It's a pretty good painting. Is it a painting?
Yeah, I painted it myself.
Okay, yeah, that's a lie. Anyway, that's it with the Modern Housekeeping. Yeah. New shows coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah. Still excited to see Steven crossover and come on one of the other podcasts, but that's yet to be determined. Yeah, we'll figure out one of these situations and link up for something soon.
Yeah, I mean, all I need is an invite.
Yeah,
I haven't got one of those yet.
I mean, he didn't give me the information to invest in Dogecoin, a few weeks ago when he was like, I've been, dipping my feet in the water, and he could have gave me a little heads up.
I'm not in Dogecoin.
I mean, that's the one that's booming now, and I could have made me a quick little something and then got out because, I'm about getting in there and getting out.
Yeah, and we all could have been Bitcoin millionaires if we invested 5 years ago. But hey, that's just life.
Hey,
life goes on.
I could have tripled my Bitcoin. We'll get into that when you come on. But because of you, I could have tripled my savings with Bitcoin. But you said no. It's not safe. It's not a safe investment. Don't do it.
Life goes on. Life goes on.
Here we are, 2020.
Now we're just making Fargo Watch Party. We're putting out YouTube videos that apparently no one's watching, and we're just sad that we're still poor with USD instead of rich with Bitcoin.
Hey. I'm not sad. I'm sad about this episode. Episode 2 was horrible, in my opinion.
At least I am not in the position of Ed Bloomquist.
Why?
That poor man.
He knew how to handle his shit.
He handled it. Mm-hmm. He handled it, but he's never going to be the same.
I hate Peggy.
He's never going to be the same, and he knows what his wife is now capable of.
Yeah.
She's capable of killing someone and then going home the back way. And she's a serial toilet paper thief.
What is with the toilet paper thief?
She's just not right. I think I'm not a psychiatrist. You're like armchair psychiatrist. I think soon we'll soon be a professional, but not there yet. Yeah, you're going to grad school. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I saw your vlog you put out the other day about getting into grad school. I liked it.
Thank you.
I liked it. Something's wrong with Peggy. She's not right. She's not right. And poor Ed didn't realize. He thought that he married some like innocent, blonde-haired woman who's just gonna love him and let him run with his life and just be the like subservient wife that is expected back then.
Yeah.
But no, he married a murderer.
I mean, he's not handling it well.
No. So one of the first scenes in the episode was Ed sitting outside of his garage, just contemplating what he's going to have to do next, the ramifications of what just happened, realizing that self-defense or not, he just killed somebody, and trying to piece it all together. And he's dealing with some seriously heavy stuff, and you can tell. And Peggy is just trying to put it all behind them, like best foot forward, like we're just gonna do this and move on with our life. Ed, Ed's not like that, but nonetheless, Peggy goes to the butcher shop, tells him Ed's not feeling well, gonna have to take the day off. Meanwhile, Ed is feeling fine, but he's cleaning up the car. He's cleaning up all the blood on the car. He's cleaning up all the blood on the ground. He's just like cleaning up the mess that Peggy left.
You know what I thought was funny about when she was at the salon? Like,
What's that?
And her boss was asking her about the seminar. It reminded me of episode 1. She was still going to go to the seminar. Remember when she asked him about like going to the seminar? She was still planning on going to the seminar after killing the man and having him laying like on her car. Was still asking him to go to the seminar.
Like, she is very much like, this happened, it's behind us, like we're gonna move on.
I thought that was going to be an excuse to cover up so she could hide, but no. Yeah.
No, like a man's dead, but who cares? Like, it happens. No one saw me. Went the back way. It was dark out. And so Ed cleans everything up. It looks really nice. There's just a big hole in the windshield, but he cleans it up really well. While he was cleaning up, blood got all over his clothes. Blood stains, right?
Yeah.
Like red wine stains, maybe some some chicken and broccoli sauce will stain. But all that gets out.
You know that from personal experience? Is that why?
No, I'm just imagining. I'm just imagining that it would stain. I happen to like chicken and broccoli, but I'm just imagining. Blood doesn't come out. There's no way to like wash the blood. Lester found this out, right? Like he basically had to get new floors for the blood to come out. And so what does Ed do? He finishes cleaning. He goes in front of his fireplace and he burns his clothes, which is incredibly smart.
That's what he knew what to do. Yeah.
Like, as this episode went along, Ed knew what to do. Yeah. Not only did he know what to do, but he had the skills to do it.
That's what I was like. He's not handling it well, but he's handling it.
Yeah. So he burns his clothes. He undresses completely, and he burns all of his clothes. And you can just see on his face, he's a changed man. Ed will never be the same. Peggy's already forgotten about what happened.
I'm team Peggy, low key.
I mean, she will die not telling another soul about this because she doesn't remember. Like it's just, she went to the grocery store, she bought some milk, the milk spilled, like that's the new problem in front of her. Ed's not going to last the month. Like he's going to show up at the police station crying because that's just, and I think I would too. Like that's just, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I like
just
that.
Like he's gonna turn. Watch that. He's gonna turn. No, 2 episodes in, he's gonna turn.
I mean, he was about to kill Lou, but like, no, I don't. So Lester. I mean, Ed burns all of his clothes. His wife is just out living her life, And then so, he's cleaned up the mess. He's gotten rid of the evidence. He's gotten rid of the clothes. He's cleaned everything up. He has to get rid of the body. And I thought we learned that in Minnesota, the way you get rid of bodies is you dump it in the river.
Yeah, come on.
But that's not what Ed does. Ed does what Ed does. He goes to the butcher shop after everyone was left, after it was closed. and he uses that machine that you use to ground up beef into ground beef, and he grinds up this man's body into ground human.
Look good.
What he does with that ground after the fact, does he put a little bit in the sausage? You know,
Yes.
I don't know. It's unclear. What you like? It's one thing to have a body. It's another thing to have like 100 pounds of ground beef. Like, what's he going to say about that?
I mean, that's
Like, why you got so much ground beef in the back of your truck, Ed?
I mean, he's gonna put it in the shop. He's gonna sell it.
I mean, it's not his shop yet. If it was,
You think that's gonna stop him? That's gonna stop him from selling the meat. The fact that it's his shop.
but seriously, like, what do you do with 100 pounds of? Not even like. Well, he was a small guy, so let's say like 130.
Yeah, he was a small guy. I think
He was physically maybe like 140.
I think smaller.
Like 140
than that,
pounds.
but
You think like
He's
130?
like 5'1", 5'2".
Yeah, he
And
was.
he was skinny.
But I just imagine, let's say 130.
Okay,
then.
yeah.
130 pounds of human meat ground up. I don't know. So he's grinding away.
Sidetrack.
He's grinding away. Only thing that's left are the four hands. I'm not sure why that was the last thing to go, but the only thing left are the four hands. And meanwhile, Lou pulls up. Lou Solverson, Molly's dad, baby Molly. Shout out to Molly.
But can we explain why is the state policeman even? This is not his jurisdiction. Okay.
He's not investigating. He's on the way home.
But I'm just saying, this is none of his business.
And he's stopping to get some bacon. What's wrong with that?
Well, they're closed. It's like midnight.
I mean, but someone's there.
It looked like he was trying to investigate, and then he just like noticed, you know.
I don't know if he was trying to investigate. I could see that.
It said closed, and he knocked.
Because he saw someone was there. He when Ed came over, he was like, "Oh, I saw the light on. You know, I figured that you were here. I thought I stopped by and get some bacon for the wife."
Okay.
So right before he knocks on the door, Ed goes to chop off the fingers. Maybe he was. I forget. Like I don't know why there was just a hand left.
It was a hand.
And he was going to chop off the fingers or something. Unclear why. The knock spooks him, so he misses a little bit, and the fingers go flying. One finger rolls under the door of the back room into the front room. I thought that because then the camera pans to Lou's vantage point. I thought you were going to see this finger just roll it in front. It doesn't. It like rolls underneath something. Ed's shook. There's this cop there. Even though he knows him, there's a cop there. He's literally dismantling a human being in the back. Sells him the bacon. Lou goes to pay for it. A quarter falls out of his pocket. Ed jumps on the ground like he's doing a burpee. He just like jumps on the ground like let me pick this up for you. And Lou's like no, I'll do it. They're both on the ground. You can see the quarter pretty close to this finger that had rolled underneath the table. At this whole time, I thought to myself, he's going to find out. Ed's going to kill him. Which doesn't make sense because Lou shows up in the future.
Yeah. He's just already.
But I thought my prediction was going to be right, that something happens in this butcher shop. Because that's what I said last episode. But Lou doesn't see the finger. He leaves. Ed goes back and finishes the job.
Can't believe he gets away with it like that. And can we talk about that? It's like the 70s, and bacon. He paid like a few bucks for bacon.
It's Minnesota.
I think that's expensive. It's a few.
I mean, it's thick cut.
Yeah, I guess I haven't had fresh cut bacon from a butcher shop ever.
Yeah, I don't know if I have either, honestly.
Huh.
I've had. You can buy in New York. You can buy thick cut bacon from Peter Luger's, and that's really good.
I've heard of Peter Luger's.
It's $8 for like 6 pieces.
Yeah, not probably gonna do.
It's good though. It's good though. Produces a lot of bacon fat. You save that bacon fat, turn it into tortillas, which is what I did earlier today. Fun fact.
I made something disgusting today, but
okay, we're not going to talk about it. Human ground burger.
I had sausage.
Anyway, what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts about this scene?
I mean, it was just, and this is kind of my thing. What's worse, Ed, who has the capability to do all these things, or someone like Peggy who ignores it? I feel like Ed is the more sociopath. He has the ability to wipe up the blood and to just become dead inside, to wipe it up, to cut up an entire human body. I mean, like it's nothing.
Ed is more sort of like to blame for what's going on now, like more culpable than Peggy is at this point. But I think if I can stick up for Ed, I think he thought that he was in a position that he needed to protect his family, and he had to do something that was unthinkable to protect his family. Not to protect himself. He didn't do anything wrong. Even killing that man, he didn't. That was completely self-defense.
Yeah.
And I think all human beings are capable of just shutting that off and just like doing what we need to do to like protect ourselves and like the people we love.
So why aren't we giving Peggy a break?
Because
she repeatedly does it?
Because you can tell that like all human beings I think are capable of that, but you're never the same afterwards. They kind of, I've heard this thing before. I don't know if it's true or not, but like when a dog kills a human, the dogs are never the same. Like you kind of have to put the dog down because they're just never the same after that. I think the humans are the same way. Like I'm not saying you have to put them down or anything, but humans are capable of doing terrible things if they're painted in a corner, but they're never the same after that. And Ed will never be the same. Ed's going to, like, early prediction. Ed's going to be the one who tells what happened. It's not going to be like season 1 where they were found out. Ed's gonna say something. It's gonna weigh on him that much. I think it will.
I have a complete opposite prediction of
Ed. Peggy doesn't care what like Peggy. This doesn't faze her at all. I mean, that's the difference. Like, human beings do terrible things, but at least if you understand that it's terrible, like that's what makes you human. When you're just like okay with it and you just keep on going and you're like, well, like I went home the back way, like.
See, and I would disagree. I feel like Peggy just has better coping skills. Because obviously Ed can't cope with trauma. I just spoke with a therapist interview for a Modern Man podcast. And she talked about trauma. And I just think Peggy can black out these events it's a coping skill. She just has great coping skills.
No,
it's not healthy. It's not healthy.
I don't think she's coping. I don't think she views this as traumatic. Like I think she is so sociopathic that this happened and she's like, yeah, that's like,
see,
whatever.
That's a different angle. That's a different
Whatever.
angle.
That's spilled milk. Like, we cleaned it up. It's over.
See, I thought you thought she she was, had a mental health problem in terms of need help, not being a sociopath.
No,
That still needs mental health.
Yeah.
But-
No. Yeah. I think she's a sociopath.
All right.
We'll see. Early prediction. I'll repeat this in the
Yeah.
prediction segment, but Ed's gonna spill the beans.
And I'll counter that with a third one that I had about Ed, just because I just had a feeling you would like Ed, and he's gonna pull a Lester. But we'll talk to
Oh
you
my God.
about after the Gerhardt family.
A Lester. Okay. You talk through. So the second big thing that happened in this episode was there's some drama in the Gerhardt family.
Yeah, we obviously know that the grandfather had a stroke, and the Kansas City company.
Not dead yet.
Yeah, I said he had a stroke. Yeah, just had a stroke. Kansas City company wants to acquire the North Dakota trucking company by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they were just going to immediately start a war, but a couple of the henchmen go up there. I don't know if you know any of the names, but Brad Jarrett, I know is the tall.
I just know the names of the two drivers. They're the kitchen.
The twins.
Yeah, the kitchen.
Yeah. But about 4 of them go up to the farm in Minnesota. I think they just kind of want to pay their respects because he's a big man in the community and just kind of make sure he's okay, and then pitch as well.
I don't think they know that he is sick.
Yeah, remember?
I think they
in the presentation, they said he had a stroke and this is our opportunity to move in. Because soon there's going to be
sure.
turmoil in the family.
They did say that, yeah.
Yeah. And so they go, and we learn out later after what do they call her, Lou, the mom?
Floyd,
sorry.
is her name.
But then Floyd brings everyone in after all the henchmen leave. They bring in the 2 brothers and the grandchildren. And they say that there's no room for family businesses anymore. This is a corporate thing now. And we can.
Yep, it's a corporate world. Yeah. No room for family businesses. Yep.
So we don't know the details, but they make an offer to buy them out and pay them to run the operation. They just have to report directly to the Kansas City company.
Mm-hmm.
Or they can start a war. And so then pretty much.
His name was Mike Milligan.
Mike Milligan. And that's Brad Jarrett, the tall guy?
That's the guy in charge.
Yeah, Mike Milligan.
Yeah, Mike Milligan.
If you've seen Everybody Loves Raymond, which you're not a big sitcom fan, so probably.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But very familiar face.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was, but very familiar face.
But yeah, the family's discussing.
Yeah, the family's discussing. So obviously, the patriarch of the family, Floyd's husband, is incapacitated.
Yeah.
So the mom has these conversations with the Kansas City folks. And she talks about it. She hears them out. She says, we're going to have to think about it. After they leave, she calls a meeting with all of her kids. The one son is eating because all he does is eat.
I feel like you're just dogging on. This time he was drinking half and half. It wasn't even milk.
I feel like he was eating something
He
too.
was drinking straight half and half, which I thought, why are they just making fun of this man? Like, he can't even drink milk. He's like, I need more dairy. Like, give me half and half.
I think he was also maybe eating some bread or some chicken or something. And then the other son, Dodd is in the barn talking to this guy who I don't even realize has both of his ears cut off. He's just talking to this guy, telling him this story, and then he's like, "Are you even listening to me?" And his buddy's like, "Well, like, cut off both of his ears." And then you see the ears in a bucket. I'm like, "Oh my God." That guy's dead. Dodd, because he's not all up there. He's like, "Wake him up." And his buddy's like, he's dead, and he's like, I don't care, wake him up. Like, not all there. And so, mom convenes this big meeting in the kitchen. Dodd's daughter is sitting on the counter.
Oh, that's his daughter? I thought that was the oaf's daughter.
No, that's his daughter. And he makes some comment. The daughter makes some comment, and he's like, women can't be in here, or like girls can't be in here. And then his mom gets him with a good comeback. Did you catch that?
Girls become women, and women feed boys, or something like that.
And then women change men's diapers, because that's what she's doing with her husband. Kind of gets him back. And then mom tells the family what happened, the story. And then Dodd, because he's just...
Why are you hating on my man? You hate some of my man. He's gonna...
Yeah, but his first response was, well, I'm in charge because you're a woman and women can't be in charge.
You also got to realize this is 1970.
His brother is all behind his mom.
Well, because that's why he got so big. He's a mama's boy. That's why they're painting the picture. Boy. That's why, like, she's always like, eat something,
He is a mama's boy. Yeah. Did you see Dodd? He sort of turns around. He has this smirk on his face, and he turns back around and he says, well, since Dad's gone, I'm in charge. And his mom's like, no, you're not. I'm in charge. And then she forces him to sit down, to eat some bread, and is like, look, it will be yours once we're through this crisis. Just let me manage the crisis, and then I'll hand it over to you. And I honestly thought it was going to end like that.
I know. Like, so smart.
He agreed at the table. Like, I thought it was going to end like that. And then a scene later, he's like, he goes up to his like henchman buddy and is like, "Are you with me? Find my brother," because apparently there's some vote.
Oh, that I guess
right. Like I think he needs his brother so that that way they can all vote to see who's in charge, and like his brother's gonna pick him.
Well, and then he was also saying, I thought he was saying, tell the people like that give the product to report to him, not to report to the mom.
Oh yeah, he did say that too. Yeah.
So like sabotaging it that way as well for like control.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't think Dodd's all there, and his mother is clearly all there. I think his mother's gonna outwit him.
This man just going season-long predictions after season-long prediction.
I mean, that's how I do. And I build up the tower, and then it's going to hit, and they're all just going to fall. It's going to be so pretty.
See, and once again,
it's like dominoes.
I disagree. In this day and age, brute still wins. You could just go and kill your mama and get away with it, unlike nowadays where wit is always going to win.
Nope. Look at Molly. Molly won.
It only out of stupidity.
She won because
Lester's dumbass. If you see a hitman in Vegas a year later, you run and you don't look back.
Look, I don't
run and you don't.
I think Dodd's stupidity is gonna come back to bite him too.
All right.
Look, I agree with you. You don't confront the hitman. And then when he tells you to go away, you don't come back and say, actually, no, I'm not going away. Yeah, like, you don't do that.
If a man that you've seen kill a bunch of people say, you want to do this, pretty much saying, you want to do this. And you're like, I think yeah.
You say, oh, I hit my head. I don't know who you are. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave.
Like, throw up on one of the women, like, to, like, make a bigger scene and, like, act drunk. Yeah. Get the fuck out of there.
Anyway, Dodd will be in an elevator with his mother, and his mother's going to be like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? And he's going to be like, yeah. And then his mother's going to kill him. And then Ed will grind him up in a butcher shop.
Yeah. Nothing else really happened in this episode besides we know, I guess he got a call and now the state has to be on the case. And
we saw Baby Molly.
Yeah.
Baby Molly.
So excuse my language. I'm sorry, guys.
They're building a snowman, Baby Molly.
All right.
Aw.
On the predictions.
Aw, Baby Molly. One last thing we do see
with the snowman. Talk about the
it's not a big deal. But we do see, so last episode, the youngest Gerhardt was sort of blinded by something in the sky, and he was just standing in the middle of the road, and that's when Peggy hits him with the car. I think we learned in this episode it was a silver balloon. It was a get well soon balloon,
and it was reflected.
And it was reflecting.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what kills him. I guess he drops his gun. Baby Molly finds the gun. A little cop, Baby Molly. She's doing detective work. 4 years old. I mean, that's just who she is. She's a
she took that
detective
baby
at heart.
out when they had the chance.
She's gonna grow up to she's gonna move on from Duluth to Gotham.
Oh my gosh!
She's gonna put Batman in check. Then she'll be the AD. She might run for president one day. Like, I'm on the Molly hype train.
I'll pitch it to Hulu with you. I got you. It's just
and they find the murder weapon that gets put into evidence. I don't think they have the technology back then to look at fingerprints and whatnot. So
well, he was like fingerprints.
Yeah, but that didn't make sense. It's the 70s.
I got it by the barrel.
Like, they don't have computers in the 70s.
I know. That's, and
I'm not even sure if Lou knows how to work the telephone.
Lou forgot what time period. He forgot what season he was in when he said that.
Okay, Lou. They're going to keep it in evidence because maybe in 20 years they're going to develop fingerprint technology and they'll be able to get it then. And by then Peggy would have killed at least 5 other people. Poor Ed would just be there crying in the butcher shop as his wife just kills
grinding
people.
Up meat. This is what we're eating tonight.
Butcher shop sales going through the roof.
They don't have to buy any meat. Like the meat just somehow keeps coming. Like, you want a steak? Because you want a ribeye?
Oh God. Anyway. So that's all that really happened this episode. On to predictions.
Predictions.
I already had one of my predictions. I'll tell here again, like I said I would. Ed's gonna spill the beans. Ed is gonna be so overwhelmed with his emotions that he's gonna talk to, maybe not the police, but he's gonna talk to somebody about it, and that's gonna be his undoing and him and the Bloomquist's undoing.
And see, I didn't even have this down, but I just figured Ed's gonna kill again. That's my yes.
No.
See,
no
you
way.
get so attached to these characters so fast. You feel like Ed is going to kill again. If you can kill once, you can kill again, and you're gonna kill again. It's like what they say: a lie to cover up another lie. Same thing. Look, a murder to cover up another murder.
So you're not. So this is not in self-defense.
Well, it's in self-defense of life.
I think he might kill someone. Stop in self-defense of life. I think he might kill someone in self-defense. But I'm talking about kill or be killed situation.
This man now says, okay, he might stumble upon a mobster trying to kill him. That's what I'm saying. Someone's gonna the mobsters are gonna find out that he and his wife killed their brother. And people are going to come after him, and he's going to kill again. But
that's different, though.
That's what I mean. He's going to be killed to protect himself.
Okay, so yes, I agree
Right.
that he's wrapped up in some stuff with some dangerous people, and they're going to come to kill him, and he's going to have to defend himself. That's fine.
Rather than go to the cops. So if episode 10 he goes to the cops, you still win.
I think both happen.
Oh my God.
He's going to go to he's going to tell somebody. Again, I didn't say he was going to go to the cops. I said he was going to tell somebody.
Okay.
He's going to tell somebody. That's going to get out. The mobsters are going to find him, and then they're going to come after him, and he's going to have to.
Okay, then that's okay. All right, I thought you meant he's gonna, because that's what you meant. I thought you meant by get caught, he's gonna like, because the cops are like their best friends. So I figure if he's gonna tell anyone, it's usually the neighborhood cop.
I mean, it might be the neighborhood cop, but it's just going to be somebody.
All right. I'll get mine. I don't know if you caught on to it, but obviously Miss Salverson is with child. And I think that's going to go out because obviously Molly's going to lose a could have been little sibling.
Sure. I mean, that's...
It's a prediction.
We know the future.
But I didn't know she
Molly
had...
doesn't have a sibling.
But we're going to know that her mom was pregnant and died of cancer.
But I'm just saying, like, we know the future. That's like saying my prediction is Lou's going to survive this thing. Oh, well, like, it's... Like, sure.
But being pregnant is still a thing. Just because the baby isn't still alive today, the woman was...
No. So is your prediction that she's pregnant?
She is pregnant.
Yeah, that's what I agree. So what's your prediction?
I guess it's going to be out to everyone because Lou doesn't know yet.
Oh, okay. It's going to be out.
Yeah. Like we know as like, and her dad knows.
I see. Okay. I thought what you meant was the baby wasn't going to survive.
Oh, no. We know that.
And that's why I was like, what kind of prediction is that?
No, the baby doesn't.
Okay. But I mean, I would hope that if I get married someday and have a baby, my wife would tell me if she's pregnant. I would hope. So hopefully Miss Alverson would do the same.
Can we talk about your wife dying of cancer with child, though, real quick?
No, I don't really want to do that. Actually, no, thank you.
While Lou is going through one of the most gruesome murders in the history of his life, or like,
no, I don't actually want to do that. And then my other prediction, which I said is. Floyd's gonna win. There's this Gearhart family.
See, that's a season-long prediction. You win the season
gonna
long. See, look, here was my short term. Budge, Dodge, whatever. My guy's gonna kill one of those twins, kitchen twins.
That's long term.
No, that's short term. He's gonna kill one of them next episode. These are next episode things. I think next episode he's gonna kill one. They're not a long season. So people aren't dying. I need people to die.
Next episode, Ed's gonna kill somebody.
No, Dodge. Oh no, I was just rivaling. That wasn't a prediction. I just said I think Ed's gonna turn into a bad guy, and you were saying he's so mournful and he's gonna like tell the police or tell a friend. And I'm like, he's actually gonna eventually turn into a bad guy. Not yet, but eventually, like by episode 5 or 6. He's going to have to kill again. But next episode, the pregnancy's out to everyone while her cancer gets worse, and the oldest brother kills one of your twins.
Oh, no way.
I know it's
no.
I think so.
No way.
Someone has to die, and I'm like, who's dying? No one's died yet.
No way. Okay. So next episode prediction. I think Ed's gonna tell somebody next episode.
Okay, if you think next episode, he already spills the beans.
I think Floyd's gonna win long term. That's a season wide episode. That's a season wide prediction. I think that
let's make a bet on who he tells. I got an idea.
No.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me finish my predictions.
Okay.
My other prediction for next episode is Peggy's boss at work is going to keep digging into what happened with that car, and she's going to find out that Peggy doesn't have a story, and she's going to start something.
Okay.
She's going to start. She's gonna start rumors with other people. She's gonna make the Bloomquist life much harder because she's gonna keep digging.
I like that.
Okay, what's your bet?
Ed, he's gonna tell the girl who reads the books. That's who he's gonna tell if he tells anybody at the butcher shop. That's who he's telling. That's who he's.
No,
she's quiet.
no.
He just needs to get it off his chest. He maybe.
No.
Yeah. He's like, maybe I should have married this woman. She reads.
I think she reads. Get out of here. Ed doesn't read.
But Peggy doesn't, and so he's just like, it's different.
I think he's gonna tell a stranger.
He doesn't go to a bar.
If I have to make a bet, yeah, I don't know. Like he's gonna tell someone. He's gonna tell a complete stranger.
Is it gonna be the egg yolk Beck?
Ed doesn't have any friends. Ed has no friends.
He's just gonna
It's
tell
just
a
him,
stranger.
his butcher, job, and his wife who doesn't love him.
This is a common theme among Minnesota men, I feel like.
What's that? Wives who don't love him?
Oh, well, yeah, that too. But the no friends.
I think that's the common thing of men in general, like adult men.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of podcasts about that.
Yeah, I don't think men have friends, like true friends like that.
I know I don't have any.
Get out of here. This man put out a whole vlog episode about one of his friend's favorite T-shirts. An entire vlog about this man's favorite.
No, I did. That was the title of the vlog.
It's the whole vlog. I don't know what happened in the second half of the episode of the vlog because the first half was just going through this man's closet. Like, what are we doing?
Oh man, it was his birthday. That's.
And I learned that he has this pink purplish T-shirt that he just loves.
That vlog, we went to Outback. You didn't see us at the Outback. We went to Outback.
I couldn't get past
You could.
the third shirt that he showed off in front of the camera. I turned it off. I'm being honest.
You can fast forward.
I was just like Hunter. Like I've met him. Like I thought we were gonna go through socks next. Like
Hey, at least remember to hit that
what are we
like
doing?
button, okay? Remember to hit that like button.
If you want to see the socks, let us know. You saw the T-shirts. If you want to see socks, let us know.
See, you got to see birthday at the club, birthday at the crib. Did you see those? Those are some good ones.
I didn't see those.
Yeah.
I didn't see those. All right, that's it.
Yeah. Till next week.
Next week, episode 3.
Yeah. We're presented to you by the Modern Podcast Network.
I love you, baby Molly. Baby Molly.